Hello everyone, this is a short video on replacing the speedo cable on my 250 degree Honda. Just have to remove this little screw here. Once you pull that out, that allows you to pull out the old speedo cable. It's just retained in that little groove there. The screw goes through and holds it, locks it in place, and the O-ring seals it off as well. So that's what the new part looks like as I put it into the housing and screwed it down. Now what you might want to do is, it's a little bit tricky to line up the slot in the end of the cable with a little flat which spins around on the speedo drive. So what I did is I put it in this end first, and then I just rotated the wheel to make sure that it had seated into the slot properly, and you could see the other end of the cable rotating around. So I knew then that it was in position and ready to insert into the speedo. Okay, to get to the speedo, you've got to remove these 10mm bolts here. There's two on this side of the headlight, and there's another two on this side of the headlight. Just down in there, a little bit hard to see with the light. I'll just turn the... So that one there and that one there. And that allows you to move the headlight assembly out of the way. Now to get access to tighten up the little knurled nut into the bottom of the speedo, you really do need to remove the speedo housing out of its bracket. So to do that, you've got a little 10mm down at this end here, and another little 10mm further along, around about there. And there are a couple of little domed nuts that you have to remove. There's a washer. Wait, make sure you don't lose the washer. It's probably going to drop down when you take the nut off. That then allows you to pull the speedo up towards you. That makes it easier then to very carefully with your fingers get the thread started. You don't want to cross thread that nut. That'll be a big problem for you. Get it started nicely. Tighten up finger tight to the end, and then I just gave it a little pinch with my little poly grips just to make sure it wouldn't loosen off. Then I let it go back down onto the brackets, the speedo housing, go back down to the brackets, put on the washer, then your little 10mm domed nut, two of these back in position. That finishes that part of the job. And then actually spinning the wheel, I couldn't get the speedo to move spinning the wheel, but I know it's all going to be fine when I take it for a ride in a few days time. See no reason why it won't work. The speedo was working before, it's just the cable decided to it's sort of broken, but it's also sort of jammed inside of there, so I think there's got some rust in there somewhere, and it's basically it's just not rotating anymore. Then just put the headlight housing back into position and reinsert your four 10mm bolts, and that's the easy job of replacing the speedo cable on your XL250 Honda Degree. So thank you for watching. I'm preparing this bike for some rides. I've also ordered a new stand switch here, which is just about to arrive. Now these side stand switches are very important, because what it does is it brings up the this little side stand warning lamp on your dashboard when you've got your... So this one here will come on beside it, little amber light will come on to tell your side stand is down. And also if you try to, the engine will start with the side stand down, but the moment you put it into gear and try to move off, it'll stall the engine. That tells you got an issue with the side stand still down. Well, the problem of mine is that this actual switch here is faulty, and it wasn't allowing the light to go out. So I've bought a new switch. They were quite cheap. It was only about $10, and I could actually plug it back into the existing cable, but it comes with a cable, so I'm going to actually replace the whole cable, because this is a little bit gnarly down here. It might have had a little bit of pressure on the pins at some stage, so I thought I'll replace the whole cable. It goes up a little bit further and behind this cover into the wiring loom, so I'll do that as well. I've also got a new brake light switch. My earlier brake light switch was giving trouble, so this has just arrived as well. I'll fit that a little bit later on. This just plugs into your wiring loom, and you then get the spring. The spring here comes with no bend, it's not bent over at the other end, so it allows you to get just the right position, and it hooks into here, and then the other end here hooks into the back of the side stand. There's a little hole in the back of the side stand, so when the side stand goes down, it pulls down on the switch here, pulls out this little plunger, which makes the contacts, which brings on the stop lamp. I've gone and removed the indicators because I'm going to take this out on the track, and there's no point in having the indicators, they'll just get knocked off, so just temporarily remove the indicators from here as well. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing on the Degree. It's had a recent service. I've done the coolant and the engine oil and filter, so all of that's all ready to go. And yes, I'm looking forward to getting it out and about. I'm not too sure about my front tyre. I'm thinking about actually pulling this, even though it's a brand new tyre, see the little knobbles on it still. I'm going to pull this off, and I'm going to put a knobbly, DOT rated knobbly on here, so I think it's going to be a little bit better if I end up getting into a bit of the soft stuff. I'll report on that when I do that. The front tyres are really easy to stretch on by myself. It's just the rear tyres which are a major pain because of your rim lock, etc. And these are quite a big tyre to stretch over the rim. They're just a pain to do it with levers. The last one I had put onto my CRF 230 here, this tyre here, I took it to the tyre shop and they did it for me. It just made it just so much easier really to do it that way. Anyway, I hope everything's going well for you and whatever you're up to with your projects at the moment. Oh man, I really love this scissor lift. It's just perfect for what I'm doing. Just allows me to spin my wheel nice and freely. So thanks for viewing, and I'll catch you a little bit later on in another video.